The Kerrville Weekly News for the week ending April 20, 2024. This is Tom Fox. I'm going to take a solo turn this week as Gil and Andrew are on assignment. Our first story is about a Kerrville couple that's painting up the town. Artist couple Gary Lovelace and Melissa Muse are painting another mural that highlights life in Kerrville. The company's previous work can be seen in the lobby of One Shriner Center on Water Street. The murals showcase historic downtown Kerrville and the mill and ice house that used to occupy Water Street. Lovelace said he also plans to paint murals, nature murals for mental hospitals. He said he was contacted by Jeremy Walter, founder of the Kerrville Urban Trail System and co-owner of Pint and Plow, to paint a nature mural highlighting Kerrville's symbiotic relationship with the Guadalupe River. The theme, of course, is Kerrville runs on the water. It's just how people use and enjoy water, and it's promoting conservation and keeping water clean for animals and for the rest of us to enjoy it. There'll be a dedication for this on Saturday, May 4 from 1 to 3 at 1712 Water Street. The free event will feature live music and activities for the kids and more. Our next story is the upcoming election on Saturday, May 4th in Kerrville. The League of Women Voters has made a voting guide available at the Butts Holdsworth Memorial Library and the Dieter Center. The printed voter guide is produced by the League of Women Voters, the Hill Country, Texas, and it features candidates who answer questions that are recorded in their own words and not edited by the League of Women Voters. Of course, the League of Women Voters is a nonpartisan civic organization that doesn't support or oppose any electoral candidates, and it's a way to see who's on the ballot and find out a little bit about them. The May 2024 election includes the race for mayor, City Council Place 3, and City Council Place 4. There are also 10 propositions to amend the Kerrville City Charter. Early voting begins Monday, April 22nd, and ends on Tuesday, April 30, with the election on Saturday, May 4. If a voter wants to verify the details of their voter registration, they can do so. The League of Women Voters of the Hill Country has more than 40 years' work focused on registering citizens to vote and providing information on candidates for office in Kerrville. Unfortunately, our next story is the seventh and eighth cases of rabies have been confirmed in Kerr County. If you've not gotten your family pets vaccinated against rabies, then now is the time to do so. We've had 8 cases this year from 4 different types of mammals, both inside the city limits and in rural areas. Unfortunately, the 7th case was confirmed in a raccoon in the northeastern part of the county off Whiskey Canyon Road, while the 8th was discovered in a fox on West Main Street in town. In both of those cases, the deceased animals were found near homes, and in each instance, the dead wild animal could have come in contact with family pets. The Kerrville County Animal Services received a call about the dead raccoon on April 11th, and the animal control officer responded to the scene and collected the samples that made the determination of the rabies finding. Next up, in a very, very troubling ruling that goes far beyond Kerr County, but it was so troubling that it was actually featured in the front page of the Kerrville Daily News. The state of Texas was found in contempt over foster care conditions for the third time since 2021. Corpus Christi Judge Janice Jack found the commissioner in contempt of her orders to fix the way the state investigates complaints by children. And she imposed a $100,000 daily fine, which was quickly suspended by the Fifth Circuit Court of Appeals while the state appeals the order. In reading the judge's order, which is a lengthy order, some 150 pages, she details the failures of the state foster care program to investigate charges of child abuse, allowing homes where open investigations are going to remain open, sometimes where more than 10 complaints had been filed. Children who were abused were not apprised of either their rights or even the ability how they could report abuse. One child was simply dumped off at an emergency center, and it really is an incredibly sad and bad state of affairs. The state of Texas apparently doesn't seem to want to do anything to remedy these situations. There are a couple of, on a much lighter and hopefully more pleasant note, there are two performances coming to Kerrville I want to talk to you about. The first one is the final performance of Brigadoon is this weekend. It's a show with a lush musical score, including several well-known songs to Heather on the Hill, Almost Like Being in Love. And it's a rollicking and a lot of fun for theater. And then next weekend, the Kings of Queen will rock the Caillou stage with a tribute concert. This is a tribute band to Queen. And if you've never seen Queen but you love their music, this could be a great way for you to experience that. I've had the privilege to see Queen multiple times. My wife is English, and that's her favorite band, so anytime we can see Queen, we do. I hope you will take this opportunity to see Queen and the tribute band at the Caillou Theater. This is Tom Fox. Thanks so much for listening to this episode of the Kerrville Weekly News, and we'll be back with a special episode next week. This is Tom Fox. I hope you enjoyed this edition of the Kerrville Weekly News Roundup. This podcast is a production of the Texas Hill Country Podcast Network. If you've enjoyed this podcast, I hope you will subscribe or rate and review this podcast wherever great podcasts are listened to. I hope you'll join Gilbert, Andrew, and myself next week where we take a look at some of the top stories from Kerrville and the surrounding Hill Country area. Thanks so much for listening.